Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel and a brand new video. And I wish it was under better circumstances, let's just put it that way. Just a few days ago, as you've probably seen and been all over the internet, even for those that don't collect, WWE Home Video UK put out those statements just announcing that they won't be making more DVDs, and as from Crown Jewel 2023, that'll be the last one, which is out next Monday on the 16th. This is not just the Europe and UK decision, it's an overall WWE decision. I still can't really come to grips with the news, I dare say. It's a sad time for a lot of us that have been collecting religiously, even after the WWE Network launched in 2014. I know there was many collectors, and not just collectors, fans that didn't want to collect because they thought, everything's on the network, we can just access everything there. And although that's absolutely correct, but the physical media is the best part about having a collection. It amazes me because, AEW just came out with a few releases a few weeks ago that they announced they were going to release. Some of them have already been dispatched across the US. Wrestling Store will have them soon. But still, I never thought WWE would come to the point where they would say that they wouldn't make any more at all, like worldwide. I would have loved for them to have continued. And what does this mean, really, more than anything else? For us collectors, I dare say we just keep collecting, I just think that this will only increase the bootleg market when it comes to the releases. This is something that WWE have always frowned upon in every sense of the word. Because obviously if you have the ways and means that you can access things from the network, and there's some things from the network which have never been released in DVD, so a lot of people would be able to source it and find converters, downloaders, and put them on DVDs themselves, make the artwork, whatnot. But it just increases that market, and sure, you can do that, but the official release always looks better. I mean, no, I'm not a big fan of bootlegs myself. I mean, I only collect stuff from bootlegs and of stuff that I know that have never been released. As you've seen the Colosseum videos in my collection, I've got the classic Memphis wrestling stuff on Blu-ray, but that's to just have them all as a set. Even though I want them all individually, and I plan to getting them someday. But it's just very sad because, like I said, there was a lot of releases that I always looked forward to. Prior to them scrapping it from their release of this particular event, I always loved picking up the WrestleManias purely because I loved to watch the Hall of Fame. Obviously, because now since 2014, you can watch the Hall of Fame live every year. But back then, you couldn't watch the full ceremony. I remember the Hall of Fame in 2006 that was available on WWE.com. But not until the DVD. Obviously, I watched it again, but then 2007 and so on from there. I just remember just anticipating, waiting for that release to be able to watch the ceremony. It was one of my favorite things to do, alongside my brother, of course. Tag Classics, Silver Vision, WWE Home Video. I've met so many wonderful people through collecting WWE DVDs and having that mutual interest, not just collectors, but the staff in general. I mean, I'm not one to bash a website or anything, but the customer service at Silvervision was a million trillion times better than the ones that we get at WWE Home Video UK. I mean, sometimes you'd call, they won't pick up, you send emails and you never get a reply. And it's tragic, because I remember Silvervision's customer service was always top notch. You'd call, maybe you'd get the same person on the phone every time you went to make an order, and they were pleased to talk to you. They'll find out more about you, where you're from. I got to meet a very good friend of mine through WWE DVDs, and that was Stephen Ambury. Stephen was just an amazing guy, and kept me on the loop as to what was going to be released and what was to come, and things that they were planning. There were so many tidbits and things that he would let me know about off the record as well, and that was always a pleasant thing to have, because it was more like a guideline even though I'd get the new products and emails, which I absolutely loved and craved. Every time I receive one, even when I was out or about, which was at the beginning of me having mobile data on my phone, I was always very excited to check out what the next release was. I wouldn't wait to get home to be able to check it out. Look, and my brother would print out a few. I remember when I had my knee surgery, my brother actually came to the hospital with a printout that they were going to release Survivor Series 95 and 96, which is one of our two of our favorite shows all around. And we couldn't wait to get that one that year. The same with 93 and Survivor Series 93 and 94. There was a long pause between the releases from the initial first 6 Survivor Series events, and then all of a sudden they announced 93, 94, 95, and 96. But it's a very weird time, and from the first one that I got, like if you watched my 23rd anniversary collecting video, 22nd, sorry, you saw that Royal Rumble 1 was my first one. Then obviously there was others that came along the way, and just to be able to collect them, even the rarities, the ones that they released only in Japan, for example. WWE Live in Japan is a very great event to have. So many releases which I absolutely craved from the moments they announced them. From the vaults, Shawn Michaels was one of them. NWO Back in Black. So many, and so many memories as well, because we were very fortunate, and we still are very fortunate in Gibraltar, where we have two local stores here which carry, or used to carry, Region 1 DVDs, and I remember obtaining many WWE releases before they were released in Europe, because they were released first in North America. So many of them come to mind when it comes to that, especially the pay-per-views as well. But I remember, I think the first file officially that I got was Back in Black. And obviously I had some on VHS as well. This Is My Yard and a few others. But it was just a very fun time. The Coliseum video, when they were released in the UK, Europe. So many of them. I remember vividly UK Rampage 92. I didn't actually have that, but a friend of my brother's did, and I remember watching that and being completely blown away, because it was something I'd never watched. I mean, who didn't want to watch Undertaker and Sid Justice, right? So back then it was a big thing. Excuse me. Many of the compilations, once I started getting the Coliseum videos, there was many of the compilations which I never had as a child that I was able to watch for the first time through Coliseum video, and the ones that I got on DVD. Just in general, it's just a sad time, because really we don't know. Unfortunately, it's the end of an era, when it comes to WWE, and I'm hoping that AEW and TNA Wrestling is from January, but it's still Impact. I hope they do continue the releases themselves. I just feel some WWE releases are only going to become rarer now as the months, years, and weeks go on. I mean, because there is many rarities already when it comes to WWE DVD collecting, but I think they're just going to become more rare to find, especially if you got the two disc versions, or maybe the Rock Just Bring It, and there's an extra disc of Piper's Pit, and then the Roddy Piper, Once a Controversy, the Roddy Piper story, and a few others. But it's just one of those, I still come to grips with it, to be honest, and it's going to be one of those that it's going to be very surreal, because you're going to be collecting other promotions, but you won't be collecting WWE. The bonus, I dare say, though, is maybe we'll be able to get them quicker, because obviously once the pay-per-view ends, you can just download it. Excuse me, you can just download it and just put it on the disc. If you have the means to print the cover out, or if you know someone who makes covers, you can just print out the cover, and that's it. And now you can probably have them all on Blu-ray now, as opposed to selected releases that like Fremantle did in the last few years. But again, it's a sad time. I don't know still what to think about it. It'll be hard once I get my final one, which will be obviously Crown Jewel, like the rest of you. I've yet to pick up Fastlane and Christmas Classics, which was out this past Monday. But I mean, I would have loved for them to have continued till at least Survivor Series. I mean, because it was the last pay-per-view of the year. It would have made a lot more sense if they had done that. And But hey ho, it is what it is. I believe in the US Survivor Series will be the last release. I don't know whether I'll get it from Amazon US. It all depends on prices, obviously. I mean, I would love to get that because it will be the final one in general, overall, across the board. But we'll see. I mean, I just know that my collection, I'm very proud of it, especially when it comes to the WWE side, and I hope it continues, but I know that it won't. It just, like I said, it will just increase the bootleg markets even more, something that WWE wouldn't want to happen. But I mean, unfortunately, it is what it is. Physical media is not really a thing anymore. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't seem to want to collect physical media anymore unless it's something very like a special edition or anything of that sort. But it is what it is. You know, it's the times are changing, like Bob Dylan would say, and a lot of people that don't collect physical media anymore. So if people don't collect physical media anymore, I think they're speaking for everyone. I mean, if they were to see the demand, and I think like videos such as mine or Be Done Bunnies or 24 Pongs or David Mansell's or anything else, they'll probably beg to differ. But there is a scope still for physical media, and I hope, fingers crossed, that maybe WWE could reconsider. I just don't think it's likely right now, but we'll see what happens. So till then, guys, I will be back hopefully with an unboxing, which will be the last of the WWE DVD releases. And then from there, we'll probably talk a bit more about what's going to happen in the future. Take care, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like and leave a comment. Take care.
Bye.